I did do the inside dry pour. Bam! That is city water, folks. This bird's nest, look out, bro. It has not one, but 6. So check it out, man. Boom.
We're starting here, starting right now. 1, 2, 3. We breathe it in. We feel our hearts, they're pounding, rising up to feel the fire dance wild through our veins. We take a chance, no, we'll never be the same. Giving it all we got, giving it all. Giving it all we got. Climbing up to the top of the world. No fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours.
You guys, how you doing? How you doing? Craig here, living my life on the Thai farm here. Check out my new boom. Oh, yeah, was gonna put that in a pot, like having a potted thing where you can move it around, but my wife planted it. And this stuff here, I want to show you. This stuff here, boom! Look at that. If you remember when I built this, if you were watching, I built that fountain. That stuff, whatever you call it, that ivy kind of stuff. It was just a little bit on this one side. It was dead. I just ripped some of it up. I stuck it in the holes of the brick, and then, you know, it half dead, and a few of it was alive. But I figured, hey man, it'll grow. Sure enough, boom! That looks beautiful. I can keep going, but it's probably gonna get all dried up and died during the hot season. But you know, anyway, check it out here by hand. This is my after. If y'all remember, I had that grass there. I wanted to get the rocks. So yeah, I got the rocks and I laid them out. So now it's even more definitive when I back up my truck. I still have a whole big old pile. I got 2 cubic meters of rock, 2 more cubic meters of sand, because I had to do more, I had to do more mixing for my little project over here, which I completed. Well, the dry pour part of it I completed, because the rest of it is going to take some work, man. Oh yeah, let me get this here. Take this over here. Well, yeah, had to pump. Pressure switch went out on the pump today. The guys were over here this morning cleaning the air cons. Why, I don't know, but my wife feels better when she cleans them. They were just here a couple months ago, man. When I fixed that air con, remember that when I blew that capacitor and I fixed that? Yeah, that wasn't that long ago, right? They just fixed that. Right here, I have been, whoa, there's a big old burn pile, but I've been digging all that out away from that wall, because I'm gonna have to cave in that wall, right? I'm gonna smash it up to be able to get into the next phase, because it's, you know, it's uneven. But I did do the inside dry pour. Bam, there it is. So yeah, another, let me see if I can get my picture, another milestone. This was a beast, man. And what really, it's kind of uneven, or not uneven, I should say. It's all scratchy, sketchy. What is that? Oh, that's my footprint. Because I worked on it all day, and I just got done, you know, about dinner time almost, right? but I needed to let it set up, right? Normally I would let it set up for an hour or two and then come back and, you know, and use the trowel to, you know, I can't even remember what it's called anymore. Damn. But anyway, you know, you got to do that, and you got to polish the surface, right? Make it all nice and stuff and even and stuff like that. Throw a little water on it, maybe should make it all badass. Well, sure enough, as soon as I got done, and I went over here and started to relax, it started raining like a dog, man. And I was like, oh no, 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 no. So I came over here, and sure enough, with all these holes, you know, you can see all the light. With all these holes, it just punished this thing, man. It's like bam, 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 brrr, all over. And I was like, and it was filling up with water. And I couldn't do nothing about it really. I was kind of bummed. And then I so like shit. So I waited. And then about 10 o'clock at night, I came back out here to check on it because I figured I'd do it then. And sure enough, no, because it was still like wet, too wet to you know, polish or whatever. And so I had to wait till this morning because I'm not gonna stay up till midnight, right, waiting for this. Anyway, I got up early in the morning, you know, 6 o'clock like that, whatever, and came out here, and it was already kind of harder. You know, it was hard for doing that, and I'm like, God dang it. So you know, but I put water on it, and I muscled it and hard and scraped and and managed to fix some of it. But the way that it looks right now, I'm gonna have to a couple of these things are leaves right there. I don't want to walk on it. I stepped on it right there. But the one good thing is that it's level. So I just put my where is it? My, you know, what's that? The laser. Ow. When I was done doing that, I put the laser in the middle, ran it around, and it looks like it's you know, perfectly level where I wanted it, where I thought it was going to be out, and measure and stuff came out all right. So I'm happy about that part. But it's the surface that's rough. So what's going to happen here is, you know, I'm probably going to have to tile it. I thought of you know, making it all nice, you know, like with that gray polish look, but that's not gonna work. And what I did first though, if you remember, I smashed all this out, right? Well, I had to put this bottom one in. I put this bottom row in, and then I put rebar in every brick and pounded it down about probably a foot and a half, 2 foot, probably 2 foot down into the ground until it just wouldn't hit. And it was, I don't know, it was hitting bedrock, or there ain't no bedrock out here, but anyway, it was hitting solid, you know, mud or whatever. So I got in there as much as I could, and I left it sticking out up here. And then but when I filled all these solid, and turned it up like that, and had the bar come out the bottom of it, because I wanted the solid parts being on the ground. So I got these are all solid, but when I got to this level, I don't know if I showed that, when it was all sand here, it was a pretty big deficit coming in here, and this is the part that was lower. So I had to really make this brick come out to about here. So what I really did was I used that bottom brick wall as basically part of a beam. So I kind of turned it into a beam, and instead of pouring a beam with a mold, you know, I just laid the brick down the line, built it all up solid, capped it all up solid on that side, you know, rebarred it down in and made a big old thick, like that thick top portion for the beam, so to speak. And then I put this top line on. The top line on, I moved it in set just a little bit because these are a little bit off, but I did have the string there to, you know, my string to get my make sure I wasn't gonna go too far out. But anyway, I laid that top line, stuck in all the rebar. One piece of round bar, one piece of bar is too long, so it come out the top there. Anyway, so I did this first before I kept, you know, before I tried to smooth out everything and mix the cement. I did bring two more bags of cement, so I had 3.5 bags of cement, 50 kilo bags of cement that I dumped in here along with all that rock and sand. But I did go back and I brought in, with the new sand, I brought in 10 more buckets of sand on top of what was coming out of that water tank sand and what was coming out from underneath there in the square box. You saw that. So anyway, I figured, oh, that's enough, man. But doing the water with the spray gun thing, now that wasn't gonna work. I literally had to bring in the hose and hose all that and just use my boots and get in there and just, you know, use the trowel, whatever, and keep just mixing while it was on the ground. You know, instead of mixing and pouring, I just put it all in there. I got all the water in there, like that section, mix, and then I, you know, then I like screed with my, actually I used the door frame for it, plus my aluminum one to tap it down to make, because it had a lot of rocks, right? So, and there's still a few rocks showing, but I'll get rid of those. I mean, if I'm going to tile it, I'm probably going to have a little bit of, you know, tile grout up there, right? Not grout, the mortar. So it'll cover probably those little rocks. But I'm probably going to chip them out anyway, because I wouldn't hate for it to settle and wind up being a crack point for a piece of tile. But yeah, man, looks pretty cool. Again, this wall, I figured out this wall is going to have to, can I walk on this? Yeah. This wall is going to have to come down. This is the top of what the door jamb length is. So it gives me a good length. And I figured out that I'm going to put the door like on this end, maybe one brick length inside about 15.5 inches. And then have the door here, then the wall like this, and then maybe a window on this side for the front. And it's funny, when I dug out all this stuff today, it was exhausted because I'd done this and that and this and that, and I pulled all that stuff, and I got to like the last pull of stuff with the hoe, and I got that. As soon as I pulled that last one, I was like, and I looked, and sure enough, right at my feet was a giant water snake that went bounced off of this wall, and went and I chased him around here. And of course, as soon as he got around here, he went and dove right in the water. So we'll probably see him later. And that's on top of it. If you just watch the previous video, I think was I got my rainbow water snake over there. This was a regular water snake. And so I also cleaned all this up. If you remember the debris field, I made this and then I piled it up back there. Well, I cleaned all the stuff here and all that bricks and tiling and all that stuff that was here. I bring all that up there. And sure enough, when I was cleaning up that, boom, I saw it's about a 1 foot snake. I just reached out and grabbed it. I didn't have my snake gloves on, just had regular gloves, and it bit me or it was holding on to my glove. But it was a little one, it couldn't really do any damage. And but you know, I could not recollect what kind of snake it was. I couldn't find what kind of snake it was. It was, you know, a typical kind of gray, you know, darker gray, brown on the top, like a rat snake would be, or this, that. But the belly was bright orange with black polka dots all along it. And I know it was a juvenile, so maybe it loses its spot, and it's one of them orange bellied water snake. I don't know, but I couldn't find a picture of the juvenile with the black dots on an orange belly and that thing, so I don't know what kind it was. But that was yesterday when I was clearing all this stuff out at the end of the day before the rain came. And then this morning was that big old water snake over there. So whew, we're getting up on snakes. But I will get this done. Like I say, that it's the end of the day now, so I'm kind of tired. I had water pump problems. I had to go get the switch. A couple places didn't have the switch, so I went up to the intersection where the guy has all the pumps and stuff, and they had the switch. And yeah, so I got to knock that wall out. I think I was gonna try and keep this section because it's level and all that, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to break this out to the brick anyway. You can see it goes down like that. Yeah, so yeah, I might wind up having to take that whole wall out. This wall over here is okay. I patched that one. It's still straight and level and everything looks cool. Of course, they all got to get new chat or new, you know, rendering done to them. Yeah, what do you think, man? Pretty cool for a second pour. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. And I actually thought of, you know, initially I thought, well, I'm gonna break all that wall out. I'm gonna try to do it in those big old pieces so I can just add to this going that way. But then I thought, you know what, I need that over here too, so I might as well take all that and start making it go that way around the tree, and then, you know, eventually over to the back patio there or something, you know, to complete the loop. Yeah. All right, man. Well, let me see what else I can get into. I'll get back at you. Hey, and as the sun sets in Nairobi village, the white man comes out. What is going on here? I was looking, I just had all this clover, just, or whatever it is, just within a day, I think. My wife had previously just poured sand over damn near the whole lawn. Laid sand, watered all that stuff, then she bought some more grass seed from Lazada, a couple bags, and then she seeded it again. She said it started showing grass after one day, but I don't know about that. But probably will. I mean, you know, she had a couple of her friends over actually. We paid them like 300 baht or something. They just sat there and pulled weeds all day. Pulled a different kind of grass out and left one kind of grass. But I did manage to do a few things added on to the already amazing schedule. And oh, my knees, my back, my knuckles, it's all broken. Hey, cat. So the big news is some pretty amazing news, and that is city water, folks. So my whole big old plan of that, the drip and all that modification, all the modification, yep, do not have to do that. But I did have to do this mostly myself. I laid that pipe, and then I brought it in the canal all the way to the corner, and then all the way to the back corner of that guy's house. The guy in the truck, the construction guy, he trenched new pipe all the way from the street, or I'm sorry, no, from right there. There he is, actually, with the macro. He trenched, because that guy brought it to his house. So he trenched it all the way here, and then all the way here to this back corner with 1 inch. And then I put ½ inch right there, let him connect it for me. But I piped the 1 inch or the ½ inch all the way here, brought it all the way here. I'm gonna get some bamboo stakes. I'm gonna put them in the side of the canal and have it rest up against the canal. But I'm gonna leave it exposed. But it is city water. So I just tested it too. Test out like 144 parts per million. So that's pretty good value. But we'll check it out. I mean, it probably has debris and stuff anyway from when I was gluing it and dirt or whatever. So we'll let that run out. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clean this tank out, because that was well water. Clean it out better. And then this one's bigger than that one. So I think as this one fills, I'll be filling that one. So, you know, as it gets up, it'll fill this first before it fills itself to the top. So I'll have 2 of these. I'll move my filter to this tank, so both city waters will actually go through my filter before well, the pump will be on this side. So yeah, so I'll have the pump taking water out of these 2 tanks at the same time, basically, and through the filter, and then into the house. And then I'll definitely be able to remove that small blue tank. And hey, a little story here, sad but true. So this was a big old bird's nest, and my cats ripped it out of the tree last night. And my wife was like, hey. I come down and so I captured it, get it away from you guys. Little baby birds in there, and whoa, big old bee. I got video of it. But this bird's nest, look out, bro. It has not 1, but 6. Anyway, so I was like, oh man, they're just way too small. I can't I can't nurse these things. And but I didn't know what to do, so I put them in the bathroom over here in the shop house. Put them in the shower corner, like in the whole nest, because they were still in there. 6 baby birds. They must have just hatched or something. They weren't really chirping or anything. And then, and so I left them in there. And then this morning, ouch! This morning, that is not good. Look at that thing. Dang! That was, you step on that, man. I bet these roots, I think they must have just sprung up from all my digging. But anyway, so I went in there in the morning, and then they were still there. They weren't making noise, but they were moving around and stuff. So I picked the nest up and I put it in that cement bin over there on the thing you might have just saw on my bamboo sheet. I put it in there, and I tried to get my worms, and I tried to feed them the worm, but they're like, no, I don't do worms. And so put them under the bushes and in the shade and stuff like that. And just a little while ago, I heard the thing get knocked over. I went over there, what? And yeah, sad but true, the cat got it. So I don't know where the birds went, but their 6 birds are no longer in the bucket or in the nest. Anyway, nature. So check it out, man. Boom. This is my walkway. I filled it all in with gravel, buckets and buckets of gravel. Well, you can see it. It's gonna look nice. I'm gonna put some plants on the sides of it, maybe start to work on the whole, wrap around the whole pond. But I was looking at it after I was done. I was like, oh, that's cool. Now as I backed up more and more, and then I was like, wait a minute, dude, did I just create a giant phallic symbol? Yeah, well, Thailand's big on fertility, right? Anyway, I'm gonna have to switch that up, man. I can't keep looking at that. But what else did I do? Yeah, well, the other dry pour is, you know, setting up pretty good. I know there was other stuff that I got done. Oh, I know, I did. I put on my pier, my fishing pier out here. If you guys remember, I had put those little lights, little solar lights around my sala out there. And after, I don't know, it's been a year probably. After a while, they burned out or they broke, and you know, I couldn't really screw them into the cement board. It wasn't working. I had to use the sticker, and I used some maybe epoxy or something, but they all broke off anyway. I took them all off. They're done. But at the time when I first bought them, they sent me a box of multicolored ones that change color. And I'm like, this isn't the thing. So they didn't need me to send them back. They refunded me about half of it, but then I bought a whole new set that was white, you know, the right color or whatever. Anyway, I lost those, but the colored ones, I still had them. So I just took those and I put them over there where my wife sits now. I put them on the edge of the pier out there. So I'll check that out tonight. I screwed them into the wood so it's pretty secure, and I set them out actually in the sun all day so they soak up the solar. So tonight we'll see how good it appears or whatever. Another little artistic touch here. This cat, he's still sitting over here reminiscing of the bird's nest. Are you happy now, bro? Murderer. But anyway, yeah, that's it for life here on the Thai farm. All right, man. Again, I know most people like, oh, I hope I don't fall in. Most people like this view. Look at that, huh? Rice fields, sunsets. Pretty cool. All right, man. Well, hey, until next time, thanks for watching. And keep watching. And I get back at you when I start doing some more demolishing on that wall over there. All right, back at you.